All right. Hello, how are you doing today?
Fine, teacher.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Nice. I'm very well. Thank you. Great. I see that you are wearing a Real Madrid t-shirt. Great. Real Madrid has done nothing. They lost the match, man.
Yeah.
4 goals. What the heck? Great.
Yes.
That's really great, astonishing, great. I was watching the match, great, actually, great, because that's the Classico, great. So I see that they didn't do well. I think after the departure of Karim Benzema, great, Real Madrid has gone has gone down, right? What do you think? Are you with or against? Whose team are you with? Real Madrid or Barcelona, by the way?
Actually, I don't support the teams
Hmm.
I don't support it's my favorite club or
What's
things
up?
like that. Just I wear the
You are
club.
just wearing
Yes.
gray. Yeah,
Yes.
great. Okay. You are not a Real Madrid fan.
Yeah.
Okay, nice, very good. To me too, right? I don't care actually. I don't care about sports. But when I am tired, when I feel tired and I need to relax, I enjoy watching a very important match, especially when there is Real Madrid or Barcelona or the national Moroccan team or Raja Wydad. Right? I enjoy just for relaxation. Otherwise, I don't care about sport at all, right? Anyway, great. Okay, so how is school today? Today, actually, great. How are you going on, getting on with school?
It's great.
Nice, everything is okay. Great. Did you
Yes.
take your first quiz at school? Not yet.
No, not yet.
Aha, but normally I think you're going to take quizzes, Grace, soon. Okay, good. I wish you will do good, inshallah, Gracie, during the quizzes. Well, if I still remember during the last session, we were discussing something relevant to robotics and so on. And I remember that I have sent you an article, a reading assignment. I don't know if you noticed the document or not, or if you did read the article about designing robots for kids. Did you have the chance to take a look at the reading activity?
I didn't have the account in my computer.
Ah, great. I see that there is something strange because normally I send the invitation from Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But recently you told, right, so maybe your parents, told me to send it on WhatsApp, right? Are you connecting from mobile phone?
Yes, from a
Oh
tablet.
my gosh, great. Okay. So you don't have full control on everything, right? It's not like having a mouse, right? Together with the screen and so on. I think a big screen, I think it will be more practical, right? Mobile phone is not 100% practical. Okay, so anyway, let's talk a little bit about what we did last time concerning robots, robotics, and so on. I would like to test your memory. And I would like you to speak in just like 3 minutes, delivering a speech. Imagine that you are an expert in robotics, right? You're a scientist now, Ryan, okay? And you are invited by my school or my university in order to deliver a speech to students to tell them about what robotics is. This is the first point. What is robotics, right? And second point is what are the characteristics of a robot, right? So that's the first point you are going to discuss in your speech, right? As far as
Yeah.
structure is concerned. So what is robotics, right? Oh, let me see just robotics this way with a question. It means you're going to define, give it definition, a concise definition of what robotics is, great. And then number two, great, you're going to tell us about the robots, great. Okay, what does a robot consist of? What are the main important elements of a robot? I think that we talked about just like three elements, right? But there is the mechanical side of a robot. Then what? We got the
electronic side of the robots.
Electronic side, it has to do basically with power, right? Any
Yeah.
robot needs power control and so on, energy, the electrical side of the robot. And there is another side, which is the soul or the spirit of a robot. What is that? It's
The code
the
language.
code, right? And you have to define why, when speaking about the code, you have to explain each point, right? Alors, chaque
Mm.
point هنايا غتهضر عليها, right? Okay, so a robot, when it comes to the characteristic of a robot or the component of a robot consists of three basic elements. The first element has to do with the mechanical side of the robot. And you explain to me what does the mechanical side mean. It means the hardware side of a robot. It means those technical side, right, or the physical side that we need, as far as industry is concerned, or the structure of the robots, right, the physical side of the robot. Then when talking about the code, you have to define what the code is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, another side of the robot has to do with the code, right? That means it's a set of instructions that we give to the machine, right, in order to perform, right? A set of instructions that tells the machine what to do and when. And then the last point, which is number three, has to do with the positive, right, and negative side users, right? Let's talk about users, right? And positive and negative uses of robots. You give just like some examples, two or three examples for the positive side, and two or three examples for the negative side. And then you tell us the conclusion. ثم نهاية, right? Okay, conclusion.
Uh,
Can talk
Teacher,
about.
yeah.
Mhm.
Teacher, I did the writing in I sent you the
Oh,
document.
yeah, right. I think you have sent a writing assignment, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later on. Maybe we'll have a writing session next time. ممكن نخصصوا حصة جاية تكون خاص encore fois l'écriture, right? L'expression écrite, c'est très important. لأن مازال خصنا نساليو مع الباراجراف ونبداو l'essai, comment on va écrire un essai, right? An article, right? In English. Okay, so now I would like you to deliver a speech right now, okay? Ce que vous avez écrit la paragraphe, right? Just tell me right now what you remember, right? In the form of a speech, على شكل speech, right? As I said, you have been assigned the role of a scientist, okay? Ryan is here, right? I'm going to introduce you, by the way, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy to welcome. Let me see if artificial intelligence works here. I would like to create just like an audience background here. Audience. All right, here we go. Audience. Great. Okay, here we go, guys. I don't know some ici, great, Ryan. We are here, guys. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to welcome all of you today. Today, we are inviting a very special scientist and expert in robotics. His name is Ryan. He came from Cambridge University in order to share with you what robotics is, the characteristics of a robot, and also the main important uses, negative and positive uses of a robot. Mr. Ryan, the floor is yours.
Robotics is the intersection of engineering, programming, and
I'm sorry
uh,
to interrupt you. Great. مزيان نعرفوا كيفاش الخطاب شي حاجه سميتها public speaking فن الخطابه واش غنجيو نهضر ديريكتومون robotics is كذا right. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, right? Okay. Or thank you for invite. Hello, great everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here with you. Well, robotics is kada kada. At the end, you say thank you very much for your attention. Yeah, but come on again. Yes.
uh, hello, thank you for having me. Uh, uh, we uh, we are talking about the robotics. Robotics are the intersection of it's in the intersection about the
Intersection between.
between designing uh, programming, and science.
Yeah, great. Yes, great. Yes, great. All right, very nice. Uh-huh, continue.
Uh, the robotics is the intersection of sciences, technology, and engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, it's it is the uh, it helps solve it have three parts: mechanical side and electrical side and code side. We use robots for crane machines, robots, cars, uh, anything. The robotics is the is the best way to uh, revol na to
Revolutionize.
revolutionize
Revolutionize, great. Mm-hmm.
the world. But robotics have the dark side, like having issues or making people lazy and fired. Make people lazy. That's because uh,
Mm-hmm.
the robots are doing anything like he replaces the people, the people, the men, the people, and
Labor, right?
ro
Mm-hmm. Labor force.
uh, robots can cause critical damages and critical damages and
Mm-hmm.
like the and issues to uh, and some troubles or issues. The robotics are the best way to revolutionize the people, but there are some points uh, to take care of them.
All right, good, great. Mm-hmm.
Uh, thank you for
For listening, for dinner. Thank you, guys, for listening. Thank you for your attention. Or sometimes you say, okay, that's all. That's it, great. Okay, that's it, great. Or I say here, okay, that's it. I say here, okay. ما بقى ما نقول كنقول okay, that's it, great. We say that's it or that's all. Right. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Right. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Very good. You've done a good job. Great, actually. I see that you're a little bit embarrassed. Great. Not really yet. ما مستعدش الحصة اليوم. You're not ready. ولا داك التليفون هو اللي ما مستعد ياك ما شد التليفون هكا it's gonna be you're not comfortable I don't feel that you're comfortable man you need maybe something like that horrible thing over there right can you see that right
no.
خاصك شي حاجه اللي تشد داك الشيء all right great no worries great okay so let's discuss more about your experience right now okay we're talking here about robots I see here kids are making some robots and so on right would you like do you have the intent what is your dream like especially when talking about your job, your learning career. Do you have a clear idea about the school that you want to join, what you want to study in the future?
Not yet.
Not yet. Why not, great Ryan? You are passionate about robotics and robots. Why not, you know, join in a school in which you are going to learn more and more about programming languages and robots and so on and so forth, right? You're just going to enjoy your classes, just like students here. All right, they are coming together in order to make up projects and then create some robots, perform some tasks. This is something that you can think about actually, right? Because there are schools actually in Morocco. There are some very special schools here in Morocco, right? In public schools and even in private, some private schools, right? This is not very common, right? ما تلقاش هذه القضية كيقراو روبوتكس ولا كذا right لي زيكول بزاف ما تلقاش but there are some special schools كاين بعض right مدارس خاصة right نوعية um, talking here about London Academy, right? London Academy in Casablanca, right? Some British schools, some American schools, great in Morocco here, international. They study these things and even in English. كيقراو هاد الأمور هادي وبالإنجليزية كاع, right? Okay, so I think it's very important, to have a plan for your future. Well, Ryan, guys, now tell me about your experience. What was like the first robot you tried to make? Because I know that you had the experience to maybe create some robots and maybe you have won some rewards. Tell me about your experience about the first attempts to create a robot.
It was not the first attempt, but it's the first successful attempt at 4 years, 5 years ago.
Years
I
ago.
was 9 years old.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Mhm.
I did a little interactive robot, like you, you, like you,
Try not, I'm
uh,
sorry,
you.
try not to show your private background. Try to get away from, private stuff, right? Yes, very good. Come on. Mm-hmm.
I was making some robots, but the first successful robot is the chatbot robot,
Chats,
little chatbot,
little
bot,
chats bot.
bot. Yes.
Oh, right. That's completely software, a Windows app, or a mobile phone app, or what?
It displays on it dis displays on the sc on one screen like a little screen. You you take you question them. You ask the question and they respond
Oh,
like a
right.
few questions. Not
Uh-huh, great. Depending on the questions that you have programmed, maybe.
yeah.
Oh, nice. Great. Is it what kind of response, great? Is it just textual, great? Text scripts, or it's
Yes, text
visual?
text.
Text you ask, great, and then it responds with the questions, great. Great. That's really nice, great. That's a good thing, actually, great. So, what kind of questions, great? By the way,
Like
is it like just
uh,
language or math questions or
no, just language
language,
questions.
right? Oh,
And not the language questions, just uh, how are you or
Ah, that, that
what?
that's
Yeah,
language, right? Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
general questions are just for language exchange and conversations. Great, nice. Okay, so but it's not just like mathematics. You give him an equation, and then it's great.
no.
Provide you the answer.
I was 9 years old.
Oh yeah, at that
That,
time
yeah.
anyway, you try to try things, right? You try out things and so on. Great, very nice. And later on, I think that you have made different robots out there later on, right? Maybe some just like coffee distributor robots, right? Maybe traffic light robots or something like that, right? Did you try? What was your successful robot? Did you win any prize? I'm talking about rewards. Did you win any prize before?
I won a hackathon prize like a test, like uh,
Mhm.
It's a hackathon, it's the we are uh, five five balls united to create a calculator projects.
Uh-huh, great, nice, very good, great. Because I saw great picture of you, great, maybe holding a prize or a trophy or something like that. That's
Yeah.
really something amazing, great. Yes, good to do. Well, do you have any plans, any future plans to develop something more serious, right? Because the beginnings are most of the time are just you're just learning, right? البدايات تكون فقط كتجرب الامور كتشوف كيفاش الامور كتخدم and so on. Do you have any plan to develop a real and a serious robot? Or maybe you don't have time for the time being.
I can.
You,
Uh,
yes.
yeah.
But do you have a plan?
But
Do you have an idea in mind?
yes, I have. Yes.
Uh-huh. Don't you feel you never feel bored working on robotics and so on? You don't feel bored?
No. No.
Do you have the necessary materials in order to develop a robot that requires some materials? A lot of materials,
Yes. Yeah.
actually. Why cables, great. Maybe power sources, great. Yeah, maybe Arduino, great. You
Yeah.
need you need a handbag, right? So do you have those gear? Great, that's gear. Do you have that gear?
Not too much, but I work with that's I work with the things I have.
Aha, great. With the things that you do with what you have. كتقضي باللي
Yeah.
عندك. I do with what I have, right? I do with what I have. كنقضي باللي عندي, great. Nice, very good. How about Arduino? Arduino is a very important, maybe part, great, of a robot.
Yeah.
Can you find some Arduinos out there?
Yes.
Nice, very good. Great. You don't have to buy. Where do you buy them, right? Just in the local market, or you need to, order them from Amazon or eBay or whatever?
I buy them in specific stores in Morocco.
In Morocco here, great. Maybe just like
Yeah.
Jumio or whatever, right? Nice. Okay. So, how does Arduino works? Do you know what does an Arduino consist of? What is the task? What's the mission? What's the job of the Arduino? What does it do? What's the function of this part of?
Uh, Arduino, like it's the brain of the anything.
Oh, it's like the brain, right? Why is it the brain?
It has the processor to execute commands and like that and comments, yes. Uh, and it's the like a core,
Yeah.
a horse. It's a horse of horse
That
and the
that's
brain
the
of
parts, that's the soul, that's the processor, right?
yeah,
That processes any kind of instructions and so on.
yeah.
It processes it, right, or executes the code that you have provided, let's say, to the Arduino, right? So how does it work? If I want to make an Arduino, robot, and then I have that parts of the that's main part, which is the Arduino, right? I would like to transfer data, right, the code into the Arduino, right? So first of all, what kind of language I'm going to use, right? Programming language.
C++. plus plus.
C++. There is no other easy way. No other
There,
language to use.
there are some communications with Python.
Uh-huh. Very nice. So that the Arduino does it accept whatever programming language, or there is a specific language for the Arduino to
You
find?
can communicate with Arduino with other languages, but you can program them in one language is C++, plus plus, or you can make like a connection with PC with Python.
Computer, great, yeah, great, nice. And then using maybe the Python language. I heard that the Python is very easy. Do you think so?
Yes, it's so easy.
All right, okay. So you don't have you don't need a teacher. Great. How do you learn a programming language? What programming languages do you know, and how do you learn them?
I learned them from YouTube, and uh, uh, yes, I've learned them from YouTube. From YouTube.
Just from
C++.
YouTube. Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
Uh,
So how do you do that? You just keep watching?
in the coronavirus pandemic se- se- in 2019 or 2020, uh, I watch and I practice. I watch and I practice more.
You watch and you practice. Now, the
Yeah.
question is, what do you mean by you practice, right? Where do you practice that? A very simple text editor?
No, in a specific app.
In a specific software, right?
Yes.
Okay, which is designed basically for, right? What's text editor are you using or software editing are you using, right? For programming languages? Because I heard that there are some
We,
professional apps by Adobe, maybe, right, or whatever. So, what kind of text editor are you using, right?
I use Microsoft Visual Studio,
Okay, good, nice.
uh, Arduino software.
There is a specific software for
Yes.
Arduino. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, good, great. That sounds great. Nice, very good. And then, do you have the chance to run and test your code to make sure it's well done, right? Before.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice, very good. Okay, that sounds really interesting. Those are amazing things to do, actually. Great. Okay, so uh, let me ask you about your about the stuff that you need, right? Especially computer, right? The computer is something very essential when it comes to such projects, right? Is there any specific computer? What kind of, if I ask you, what is your favorite computer brand, laptop brand? Which which one do you think is the most preferable for you?
Uh, MSI. Uh,
MSI, great.
uh,
Yeah.
the Asus.
Aces, great. That's great. Okay, so why do you think these are, top brands for you? Great. What do you think they are? So,
Because they produced a lot of series in a little while or little like
mhm.
uh, they work on different laptops and even desktops for graphics card or processors,
Okay.
uh, and they and they launched it in a small while, like it's
Uh-huh.
not too long.
All right. So, okay, I got your idea. I mean, they have in a way they produce some great stuff, great in terms of great graphics cards and highly performance or performing great processors and so on. That's really interesting, right? So, what kind of computer are you using? Are you using a very simple one? Is it a notebook? Is it right? Is it a workstation? What kind of laptop are you using? A very simple one?
I've been using the Asus laptop. It's a very simple one, and I upgrade to a desktop.
Nice, great. Yeah, great. I know, great, that MSI, great, and Asus in particular, in particular Asus, great. They have some great, gaming laptops, great. Especially when it comes to gaming, they have great graphic cards and so on, right? And for me, for the time being, I have upgraded my computer, by the way, this year, right? I'm no longer
Yeah.
using Lenovo, right? Now I have upgraded my computer and I'm using Dell Precision 7000, right? And just like 530, right? Okay, so it's a workstation, right? I'm using a
Yeah.
workstation today, this year, and as far as the storage, it has got just like 512 SSD, hard disk,
Storage. Yeah.
together with the 32 gigabytes RAM, right? That's, right, with double graphic cards, right? So I feel
Yeah.
very comfortable, right? The performance is very nice, no interruptions, nothing at all. I use different applications, Adobe applications, right? And also, right, some video editing softwares, and everything goes actually go, right, is running well, right? I have no
Yeah.
troubles actually with the. So I think that this such stuff are very important in order to produce a high quality products, right? Be it a video, be it, right, maybe software or whatever, right, you are using, right? Okay, very quickly, great, Ryan. We're going to switch to a very, very short grammar lesson before we close up this session. So,
Yeah.
Ryan, when you look at the mirror, what do you see there?
Uh, I see myself.
I see myself. Myself in grammar, what kind of pronoun is it? What do you call it, this pronoun?
Uh,
It's called a reflexive pronoun, right?
oh,
The
yeah.
Marinacas here, reflexive. Yeah, myself. And then what we're going to discover very quickly, check your understanding of reflexive pronouns, based on the following documents. Let me share with you, right, the documents very quickly. All right, here we go. Let's stop this. Right. All right, so you see yourself when you look at the mirror, right? I see when I look at the mirror, I see myself, right? Now, let's see number two, Ryan, right? If you have you, this exercise is for you. Do it yourself. What do you think is the reflexive pronoun for you?
Yourself.
Very nice, great. That's gonna be yourself, right?
Yeah.
Nafsuk, right?
Yeah.
Yourself, toi-même, right? Very good. Next, number three, right? Omar does his homework by himself. If we have he,
Himself.
himself, very nice, good. And next, number four, right? She, Nadia feels alone. She is there sitting by herself.
Herself.
Okay, if I have she, so I'm going to say herself. All right, next, number five. This machine does everything by itself.
Itself.
Excel, great job. We enjoy ourselves playing computer games.
Ourselves.
Ourselves, great job, guys. Number seven, bye guys. Take care of yourselves.
Yourselves.
Okay, very good. Yes. We have here yourselves. Very nice. Good. Next on the last one, the teacher advises them to take care of themselves.
Themselves.
That's gonna be themselves. Great, it's very good. Okay, so these are called, Ryan, these are called reflexive pronouns because there is some reflection, right? These
Yeah.
words, they reflect, it means they refer to the certain, subject's pronoun. So, Ryan, for the next time, inshallah, we're going to stop at this time. I'm going to assign you homework. You do
Yeah.
this homework. It has to do with reflexive pronoun. Let's
Yeah.
do number one, just as an example. Tom cut while
Himself.
he was
Yeah.
shaving this morning. Cut what?
Himself. Himself.
Himself. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to send you this document. You do
Yeah.
it if you have time, and then you say you share your homework with me as soon as possible. Do you have any question before you go?
No.
All right, that's it for today. I'm sorry for being late. Great, at the beginning of the session, and see you next time, inshallah. All the best and goodbye.
Goodbye.